Hi, welcome to Synthesize YouTube channel. I'm going to paint with watercolors and draw a sunflower and a bee. So this is my source of inspiration, and something that's kind of easy-ish to do with a flower is to take two different circles and trace the perimeter in the center. I find it really helpful to know where my petals are going to go, and I'm just going to add that there. I'm going to sketch my bumblebee. So you can make your petals however you want, but I like knowing how long they're going to be because sometimes it ends up being a little off. And yeah, this is just something you can do. You can follow along what I've done and freeze this. I really fast forwarded all of this, as you can see. And at first I draw the first layer, then I'm going to erase the parameters, and then I'm going to draw behind it. So just adding petals, and I don't even know if I was actually looking at the picture at this point. I turned some lines right there, so I'm ready to paint. So I'm kind of doing a little the tips of the petal, and then bringing the brush down and not necessarily painting in the center of the petal. I can leave that light if I want to. And so I'm stroking with the brush, and then I'm filling it in at the end where it meets the center there. So I'm starting at the tip and bringing it down, and if you want to turn your paper you can do that too. That might be a little bit easier. So yeah, there you go. I'm going to fill this all in, and especially right there. Clean my brush. This is burnt sienna, and I'm going to start here. So I skipped the area that would touch the yellow right now, and then that's where it could be, and it dried a little bit. And so you can go along, make it kind of bumpy as it goes between the petals. And I kind of did a little dot dot dot, and then this is kind of a burnt sienna orange color here. Just get it filled in for a nice base color. So notice how I moved my hand closer to the end of the brush just to get a nice tip. Alright, so this is green. I saw it to be kind of greenish inside and a little bit of yellow, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in and let it blend into that. And then I rolled my brush to kind of lighten it because I want it light on one side. Alright, so everything's dry, so I'm going to use black and really make sure my brush is really has a nice clean tip to it. You can use a pen if you want instead, or a smaller brush, or just not do the bee at all. So here are the wings, and yeah, I think it looks kind of cool. But again, you don't have to do the bee. So this is just yellow, and I'm dot 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 on because there's a really pretty pattern inside here. And I would look for that pattern if you want to, have some fun with this. I'm going to add some green inside there. Now I'm going to add some more yellow. So as things dry, I can add the second layer to it, so it's like a wash on top of a wash. So this is just adding pure water, and then I'm touching it, and I'm trying not to touch the petals first. And I'm just adding blue and green for the background color. I turn it upside down, and I'm doing the same thing. This is called wet into wet. And then once I'm ready, I'm going to go around each petal very carefully, and hopefully the petals are dry, because that does really help when you have two wet colors next to each other. Kind of merges, unless you want that look. Alright, just keep going, blend, 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 and turning my paper, and you can do that anytime you want with watercolors or your artwork. So I'm softening all of this, and you can make this a lot darker. This is pretty light. And then I'm going to go ahead and yeah, let's make it a little bit darker in there. And I made it too dark, so I went, oops, let's just blot that. And then I'm going to go back, and because I blotted it, it was dry, so it wasn't too wet when I painted over it. So I'm just going to get a little bit more details in there. And there's the stem. So thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I hope you had fun painting a sunflower. Take care.